Aries, welcome back. This week, to kick off my Leo season readings, we are going to do love connection readings. This will be for July 25th until July 31st, 2021. And of course, these are general readings. They might not resonate for you, and that's okay. Take the things that make you think, take the things that make you feel, leave everything else behind. Let's focus on getting into your higher vibes. I'm going to be sticking with the 6-card format that I've been pulling for the last few weeks. I really love how the energy is flowing for me with kind of a 5-card advice and an overall energy, and I think it's going to lend well into these love readings. So let's see what's going on for Aries in love, July 25th until July 31st, 2021. Wow. Okay, Aries, overall energy for you here, 10 of Pentacles. All right, long-term stability, long-term happiness. Maybe you're doing some thinking on family or family structure. A really interesting spread of cards here for you, actually, Aries, like a very positive energy, but also there's a little bit of restraint here, which is not how I would categorize any Aries to behave on the whole in general. Overall, for the advice here, we have the Wheel, 10 of Cups, 6 of Swords, 3 of Cups, and the 4 of Swords. So, Aries, very interesting to me. I feel for you that this is definitely going to be directed at an Aries who's in a relationship right now. I think you were feeling very comfortable in your relationship. It was something that was stable, it was long term, it's, you know, predictable. I know what to expect from my partner knows what to expect from me. I feel, you know, good and comfortable because things haven't changed very much. And recently, I think there's a want in you to mix things up a little bit more because you're wanting to like re-inspire the happiness, re-inspire the love in a way that says, I want you to know I'm not taking you for granted. I want you to know that I still have this fire for you, that I love this very kind of predictable love and relationship that we have. And I want to show you that like I can continue to infuse with happiness. I think perhaps you've been seeing yourself maybe resting on your laurels. You do the things that are safe. You say the things that are safe. Maybe you have, you know, date nights that are commonplace. It's like every Monday we play board games. Every Friday night we go out for drinks. I think that we're going to see you trying to mix that up a little bit and say, you know, I want to keep things fresh in the relationship. I want to show you how much I care, and I care enough that I'm going to plan something new for us, and I want to infuse with other things. I think too, there's going to be some energy here of wanting to spend more time with your people. It's very possible that you are pretty insulated with your relationship, that you do lots together, but you don't necessarily involve your friends or involve your families, external sources. And so you're trying to find ways to like be together and with the other people that you really care about. And I think overall, again, closing with this 4 of Swords energy, you're feeling really good about this. You're feeling resolved and focused and rested and happy. And it's coming from this place of just trying to, you know, like keep things fresh. And I really love that. We'll do some clarifying and see what else we can learn here. Not clear to me who the partnership may be with. I mean, we're also not seeing any fire coming up here yet, which is interesting. But I think you're just feeling very good, Aries. You're feeling really happy and stable, and I think that that's a nice energy for you to be in. I'm going to start with looking at this 10 of Pentacles and the overall energy. Oh, and the 10 of Pentacles coming out to clarify the 10 of Pentacles. I love when this happens. Really doubling down on it. Interesting. Okay. So I'm getting a little bit more information here on why perhaps we're starting to try and shift this and re-spark some of the love. And that for me, Aries, is that perhaps in a previous relationship that you were in, you felt like things were going really good and you felt like things were nice and you liked, you know, the energy that was happening there. And it was like you got too comfortable and then you got your heart broken. And I think at the end of that relationship, whoever it was that broke your heart was saying, you know, Aries, you just like, you know, it's not exciting anymore. We do the same things all the time and I don't like that anymore. And I think you held on really, really tight to those words. And in your mind, when things get really comfortable, perhaps now it's like, I don't want to lose my partner because things are comfortable. And so I need to find a way to keep it interesting so I don't go through this heartache again. But I will implore you to say, like, know that your relationships with different people are always going to be different and your partners will want different things. And just because one relationship ends that way doesn't mean that being comfortable in the relationship you're in presently is a problem or inherently negative in any way, shape, or form. But I think you do still hold on tight to that feeling. It's something that is directing you when you're in the relationship, that I don't want to ever be seen as boring. I don't want to see things as being complacent. And you've been noticing recently that you're just like happy and you're settled and you're feeling very good and things have this routine to them. And now that you're acknowledging that there's routine in the relationship, it's making you panic just a little bit that it's going to circle you back to being in this same place. Let's take a look. Yeah, let's take a look at the Six of Swords here. I'm trying to get as much information for you as we can from the right things. Page of Voices, the Magician, and the Ten of Voices. Yeah, Aries, I think we're not wanting to talk about it. It's like you want to address everything before a conversation can come up. I really get a strong feeling for you that you don't want to be vulnerable with your present partner in saying, like, I'm getting kind of flashbacks to my last relationship, because you don't want to put in their head that you're thinking about your last relationship, because it has nothing to do with the person you were in the relationship with and everything to do with how they made you feel at the end of it. And so for you, there is still some letting go that needs to happen. I can see that you're holding on to a lot of kind of mindsets and emotions that are from that last relationship. And they're coming from this place of like the hurt that you carried because you were feeling comfortable, because you were feeling safe. And then it was like the mat was pulled out from underneath of you and you fell away. And so you're really trying to kind of draw on all of your skills, all of your abilities, all of your attributes that are positive, and see how you can rejig them to be able to give to this relationship you're in right now with the most authenticity. I'm going to look at the Four of Swords here as well for you. Knight of Emotions, Four of Emotions, and the Lover's card. Yeah, Aries, I think like there's a real feeling of security and happiness here. I think whoever you're with right now, you feel is going to be kind of the long-term life partner for sure. And the fear that you're feeling is coming from that knowledge, that realization, that knowing that where you are feels really comfortable and it feels like where you want to continue to be. And I think for you, there becomes this distraction now because these emotions are surfacing from the previous relationship of why it ended, and you're projecting that onto the relationship you're in right now. So, in an effort to be doing all of these other things, to be more interesting, to not repeat that past pattern, I think in some ways maybe you're ignoring what the quality is in the relationship that you have, why the two of you are together right now. And I think that is where you need to be focusing your energy a little bit here right now, Aries, is saying, what does my present partner tell me they need and want? In what ways do they show me what they need and want? How can I better speak their love languages? And if you're already, checking all of those boxes, then sure, mix things up to keep it fun for yourself, but don't try to rejig the relationship just to suit a fear that you have that hasn't been surfaced. And if this is a genuine concern, and it seems to me that you're really carrying around a lot of anxiety and pain around this, I think you need to speak to your partner about it. And just say, I feel really great about where we are and I love you so much and I love this life we're creating together. I'm feeling nervous because in my last relationship, when I got to this point, X, Y, and Z happened, and I want to keep our relationship exciting and fresh and as best as I can for you, give you everything that you want and need and desire. but I need you to, communicate with me and reassure me that we're both on the same page and that I am meeting your needs. I think communication seems to be the hardest part for you here. We also don't really have a lot of swords going on. We don't have a lot of talking going on here. This is a very internalized process for you, Aries. So don't be afraid to check in with your partner. If things are as good and as stable as it seems they are between the two of you, this conversation they will be able to be receptive to. And then you together can talk about how you want to see the relationship grow and change instead of trying to do it, in a silo by yourself for fear that something will happen. I really hope this is helpful to you this week, Aries. If it is, leave me a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, I would love for you to hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you all back here next week.